Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Virgo. This is a general read, any aspect of your life. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Okay, I see a solid foundation, a home, a little reason to celebrate. Maybe somebody, this is often somebody without a lot of experience, but sometimes it's just you want to come over, do you want to go for a cup of coffee? It could be someone who lives near you. Yeah, let's see, because this is feeling positive. Yeah, it's a person pre-manifesting, preparing. Maybe it's yourself here reaching out, inviting someone over. It's often, it has to do with, sometimes it's just someone who's, not sure what they really want, but it's a person who's, I feel it's just, to me, it's always this new emotional experience kind of energy. We'll see. Yeah, we got the Queen of Cups here. Does Virgo need to know? Yeah, so I do feel somebody is kind of between two worlds trying to make a choice here. You got a King of Cups. Yeah, some of you got a choice. You got someone here who's, I feel, it's often someone, it's you want to go for a cup of coffee, see, pre-manifesting, and some of you have manifested a couple opportunities that one of these people is emotionally available. This one's often someone who's not so sure yet. Sometimes it's a person who's kind of inexperienced or maybe haven't had a lot of overly emotional experiences, but generally it's you want to come over. I see, come for a cup of coffee, a drink, but there's some sort of reason to celebrate here. Yeah, I feel like you've manifested several things here. And I feel we have two people who are definitely available. See, it's about two people coming together. But it's an energy of someone who already knows, or it's a person who's pre-manifested and prepared. So this could be this person just leveling up. Someone who's kind of getting themselves prepared. Maybe they're home. So let's have a look at the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups, the Four of Wands. Yep, doing that a couple times today. Four of Wands, why is this here for Virgo? Four of Wands, why is this here? Yeah, so we have someone who's curious. It's a person who's kind of curious. They're trying to manifest. Just watch out for any kind of manipulation. A little careful, but it's often someone just pre-manifesting. They're curious. They're getting themselves prepared. Yeah, it has to do with emotional balance, getting their emotions in balance. This is someone just preparing themselves emotionally. That's what it is. Tell me about the Magician. Yeah, so this is often someone coming up with an idea, seeing the light, the truth in the situation. So this is somebody who's just curious. There's things that they want to know, but it's someone who could kind of keep a few things to themselves. So like I say, whenever you see too many pages in a reading, you want to be a little cautious. It's generally communication, but most times pages don't deliver clear messages. So, but it has to do with truth or some kind of idea. So I feel it's this energy of a little aha moment here. It has to do with someone's emotions. It's somebody preparing themselves emotionally. Tell me about this Prince of Swords. Some of you may have a choice between two. Yeah, you have a person here, and it could be a little self-sabotage, but it's often someone here who doesn't want to sacrifice something. And I do feel some of you have sacrificed a lot yourself here, King and Queen of Cups. But it's someone who doesn't want to sacrifice something. So it has somebody at their house, their home, their strong financial foundation. But it has to do with sacrifice. It could be sabotage, some sort of self-sabotage, but we'll see. Because often I see that with this card, it kind of tells me the other end, self-sabotage. Yeah, and I do see some of you have been kind of waiting, I feel like if the ship has sailed with someone here, you're making a choice, kind of between two worlds and making a choice. Some of you, it is a choice between two. But I think this feels like somebody who's just preparing themselves, pre-manifesting, getting emotionally prepared. Somebody didn't feel very prepared. But let's have a look at this Two of Wands. Yeah, so I do see a communication here. So this is an energy, Virgo, of looking at the situation carefully. Just kind of look at the details to see if there's something missing or lacking. See, it's an energy of just kind of yeah, there's some sort of lack. I think you got a person who doesn't want to sacrifice something. I mean, it could be someone self-sabotaging because they made up an excuse because they weren't really prepared. See, they weren't prepared, but somebody is feeling prepared now, emotionally prepared. So I don't know, but yeah, there's definitely, like I say, there's something lacking. Or one of these, there's lack. Someone who doesn't want to sacrifice their home, their financial foundation. I mean, they are curious, but yeah. Oh, that's coming out too. So there it is. It's somebody coming in. It's about making some kind of commitment. It has to do with the communication. There's lack of commitment, lack of communication, and just something in the details. So this is something you've been waiting for. So I feel it's kind of like the ship has sailed. I do think the ship was likely sailed, looking elsewhere. But I do think some of you were waiting here for something here. I do feel like you are going to get, like this is about a commitment. Usually with this energy, it's somebody wanting to get together. Yeah, so I feel like while you're waiting, you feel one of these situations doesn't serve you. It's not in your best interest. But I do feel this energy of the feelings being mutual here. So this could be just you sort of sitting there waiting for the right person to come along. But there's definitely been lack. But this is actually someone making a commitment. And I could see that energy of kind of being lonely between two worlds. Yeah, lack and loneliness. And I do feel it could be somebody who's in that energy, but I really feel some of you are making a choice here. And I feel like one of these doesn't serve you. They may not have your best interest at heart, but they likely feel that way because they don't want to sacrifice their home, their financial foundation, yet they were curious. So tell me about this King of Cups. What does this person want? Person's kind of stuck. See, that I feel it could be still this person. They're not budging or moving. See, it has to do with taking off the pentacle. It's somebody who isn't going to budge. It's somebody who doesn't want to sacrifice. They're protecting their money, everything they work for, their house, their home. So to me, it's a self-sabotage. So it is self-sabotage because they don't want to sacrifice anything. So this is where I feel you're going to leave this behind. Letting it go. This person may not be in your best interest. See, knowing your worth and value. Yeah. Could be somebody talking to people. I mean, often this is one talking, thinking, learning. But this person's keeping things close to their chest, protecting themselves, their heart, their money, everything they work for. So this is, one of these people is going to maybe follow through and offer up the pentacle, but I feel like it's just like there's a lack of commitment. Maybe lack of money, where someone's just thinking negative, very negative energy, low vibrational, somebody who's kind of sad, and yeah, it's somebody who's not going to move, but yet the feelings are mutual. So I don't know, maybe you both feel the same way. You're protecting yourself and your money. Let's have a look at the Star. But this is all about letting go, releasing things that no longer serve. Maybe you're feeling that way, protecting yourself and your money, yet you both feel the same. Your feelings are mutual, but you both feel the same way about protecting yourselves, your heart, your money. Just watch out for somebody who's a little stubborn or stuck too. See, it's often just stubborn, stuck. But it's an energy of balance. Somebody here focusing too much on one thing. They're focusing on the one thing. Money. Yeah, so there it is, crossroads, making a choice. So it's kind of being stuck between two worlds while you're waiting. Yeah. Tell me about the emotional balance here. Yeah, so you can see, I feel like you're very much aware of what's happening here. I feel like you're being practical and sensible. I feel like you don't see a future with this person. I do think you kind of feel the same, like you both feel the same. You're protecting yourselves, your money, everything you work for. So I don't know here. I mean, but you're looking at this energy like, and I feel like you don't want to budge and give in yourself to this person if someone doesn't want to sacrifice anything, you know. This is someone sacrificing love for their money. And it's very low vibrational, very negative, someone who's very lonely. And it could be someone who's even ghosted you. But I do see this pentacle coming in. It has to do with taking off this one pentacle. And so then we get cooperation, compromise somehow. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, see, should I or shouldn't I? Should I stay or should I go? Someone comparing someone to someone else. So that's another thing, comparing someone. A lot of procrastinating. I almost feel like we got two people. It really does feel like two, but maybe they're, you know, you're comparing them and they're the same. Somebody who doesn't want to sacrifice anything. But you could be feeling that way. I wouldn't be surprised if feelings are mutual where you feel the same. You don't want to sacrifice anything. So this is a situation that's not going anywhere. Two people crossing paths, but it's not going anywhere because of commitment. And it could have to do with yourself even making a commitment. If you are the feminine, if you're the masculine, I mean, I feel like it's like you feel the same about it. But yet there's love and feelings and emotions here. Tell me about that. See, it's all that little aha moment, that moment of truth and enlightenment about what you're manifesting. See, it's someone who has everything they need to manifest their desires, but not wanting to sacrifice anything. Yeah, some of you have been very patient too, but it's about starting. This is where someone starts to lose interest too. See, losing interest. Like, is this person really interested in me? Because it's somebody, it's a person who's invested in, you know, their house, their home, their foundation. But I feel both. There's love and feelings and emotions. It's mutual, but it's not going anywhere. It's an energy of being stuck. There's some stubbornness, probably, maybe a little selfishness. But if it is you comparing one to the other, I feel like you're losing interest in someone here. But it's almost like, why is this person, why are they even interested? Like, why do they even bother? Someone asking you out to go for a drink, a cup of coffee, and then they don't follow through. And they don't even make any kind of commitment. So, yeah, it's whether you should invest in this emotionally too. See, it's an energy of trying to keep your own emotions balanced here too. Tell me more about this Prince of Cups. Yeah, it's about making a move. It's about making a move. This person, they made a move, but now nothing's moving. Because they're protecting themselves, their money. They're focusing too much on money. They're keeping themselves stuck. But it's almost like, and I kind of feel you feel the same too, you know, like I feel it's an energy of what you were kind of expecting. It's almost like you were kind of expecting this. But it's about letting go of expectations and just, you know, yeah, because something didn't go anywhere. See, it's not going anywhere. Yeah, and I do see both people. Maybe you both have your own house and home. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Now, it could have to do with living together, moving in together, making a commitment, building a solid foundation. But yeah, and I mean, this is about a reason to celebrate, but it has to do with someone making a move, but it's about moving. Somebody's not moving. And it could be you comparing this person to the past because you're not making a move. They're not making a move. Yeah, protecting the money and all the investments, but it's where you see the truth in the situation. It's why is this person even interested? Why are they not making a move? I feel like you have questions here. But I think you already know. I have a funny feeling. Yeah. Let's have a look at this Two of Wands. Yeah, see, putting on the brakes, taking another look. I see Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You may have these energies in your charts here. Yeah. But this is an energy of someone putting on the brakes, staying in control. So you're in control of your emotions. You're not being ruled by them when you're the feminine energy, the Queen of Pentacles. But it has to do with somebody who needs to come in and take control. This is someone who needs to let go of control. But it is about balance. See, it's about keeping everything in balance. Yeah, this person focusing on one thing too much, the money. And it has to do with some sort of commitment. See, I feel there's no commitment here. So if you have someone who's lost interest, or, you know, they're not following through, they're not making any kind of commitment to, you know, come together, it's not going anywhere. So I feel this is where somebody else is kind of swooping in and taking control. There's another person coming in. Yeah, because something feels off. See, this is when you know something doesn't feel right. It feels off. Yeah, and I've been holding on to that. Actually, no, that goes here. Part of me. Yeah, so this is where something feels off. It doesn't feel right. It's kind of a turn off too when somebody just focuses all on that. They're not, because it has to do with maybe even unrequited love, because somebody's more focused on their money. They'd sacrifice. They don't want to sacrifice anything, but they're sacrificing love for money and keeping themselves stuck. To each his own, I mean. But there's another energy of someone here, I feel, who would sacrifice anything to have love because they're lonely. They feel lonely and lack. They would give anything. And this is the person who's coming in to take control of this situation. Yeah, you're not going to see this coming. Yeah, and this is where I feel you're unable to move forward with someone too. But this is probably this person unable to move forward. But I would have to feel, because of this energy, you're unable to move forward yourself. But you're not going to see this coming. Somebody's coming in to making a commitment. Yeah, it's an energy of someone who follows through to make a commitment, to spend time together, to come together. But I feel like you're coming into alignment with someone. It's all about coming into alignment. See, this is what's happening here. See, the stars are aligned, coming into alignment. So I do think it's an energy of longing for love, willing to sacrifice a little bit here. But someone here doesn't want to sacrifice anything. They would rather not have love. But the other person's willing to sacrifice, you know, they're willing to sacrifice for love because they don't want to be alone. They feel lonely. And it is something coming in quickly, but I feel like you're going to feel, there's something understandable. Like I feel like you kind of understand that. And you maybe even feel a little bit the same, and now you're unable to move forward. It's like you're seeing things, how the other person, you know, putting the shoe on the other foot, how the other person feels. I feel there's something understandable. Yeah, like you understand because you kind of feel the same. So this is that very stuck energy, but there's the cup. You're not going to see it coming. This person's going to offer you up a cup and offer an invitation. See, one of these people isn't worried about that because I don't know why. I find this is like the most unusual energy, but yeah, it's a person who isn't telling you everything. They're not making any commitment. They're not moving. Maybe they've ghosted you, ignored you, but it's a very low vibrational negative. But here comes someone laying the foundation. See, one of these people's going to lay the foundation. They're making a commitment. So this is the two of you coming together, coming into alignment. You can make a commitment. And see, this is someone, every time it's time to take it to the next level, they put on the brakes. That's one of these people. It's this person here. But this other person is just coming right in with the cup, making a commitment, offering the cup. It's about, this is someone's cup overflows with emotion. And I think the feelings are mutual. Yeah, you're manifesting each other, what you desire. You both have everything you need. You both have everything you need. I see two people living in different homes. So that's part of it. So it's about coming together. Two people living in their separate homes. I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people don't like that because You know, you're always packing the bag, going somewhere, but some people like it. Maybe this is something that's going to work. I don't know. Yeah, but I do see this energy of manifesting. Yeah, I see opportunity, invitations, people getting together. There's good news, celebration, a party. So there's going to be some kind of invitation here, an opportunity to get together with some people. There's some kind of good news. See, I feel two of you are going to come together. You're actually going to come together with this one person. Not only do they plant the seed and make a commitment to come together, they follow through. They water that seed. This is going to make you feel emotional. It's about feeling loved. I think, you know, when I see temperance with this energy, it's kind of a turn off. It's like, why does this person even bother if they're not interested in two people coming together, living together? I don't know, interesting energy, but let's have a look at that Four of Pentacles. Yeah, we got somebody with some Taurus energy here. This is somebody who has a love of home and family, maybe some friends who were like family. Yeah, keeping it all in the family. Yeah, it's almost like this energy of protecting money and even inheritance, even money behind, or somebody who's inherited something, maybe a family home, you know, having to protect that. So that's the person I feel who isn't going to follow through. I think it's kind of a turn off. I mean, it is a bit of a turn off. I feel that it's somebody's taking a step back. That doesn't feel right. Yeah, it's a bit of a turn off. Somebody who's more focused. Like, I can see somebody inheriting a home and protecting it, not wanting to sacrifice because of other family members. It could be someone protecting you from that. So there could be somebody here, some sort of prenup or an agreement. It could be protecting other family members, people who are invested in this. But it could also be someone protecting you from these people. So interesting energy, but yeah, it's all about keeping it in the family. Yeah, this is someone who sees the bigger picture, but man, this one person, they want love. They're willing to sacrifice a little, but like I say, it's all about prenups and making some kind of agreement. Yeah, one of these people will never give in. Yeah. I mean, it could be this person taking off this pentacle and deciding, you know, some sort of an agreement or a prenup. But it's an energy of learning, making sure you're on the same page. Yeah, where you understand each other. And I do think there is. I think you both understand, because I feel like you kind of feel the same, especially for those who have your own home. But others of you, it's kind of a turn-off, because you don't feel loved, like someone's sacrificing love for money. But it is understandable because there's family, see family. But I do think you're going to get an invitation. I wouldn't be surprised, some of you, this person, this person is something else, because I actually do feel this person, because it's all about keeping it in the family. And this person wants a happy home, happy life. They want to be emotionally fulfilled. This is someone who wants to make you happy. They see themselves happy with you. This is crazy. It has to do with introducing to friends and family, or just taking it to the next level, making a commitment. Some of you could get a commitment from someone, but I mean, this commitment could be... I really feel we have two people who are really thinking of just living in their own homes. I kid you not. But one of these people, the person who's with that Prince of Pentacles, or the Prince of Cups here, is the person I feel is willing to sacrifice for love, where the other person is not. Because they have to keep it in the family, some kind of inheritance. Maybe they inherited a home. So in other words, maybe it's not even their home. So you have to look about protecting yourself then. Yeah, interesting energy. It does look like it's a little complicated, but I do think someone here sees themselves happy. They see the bigger picture. Happy home, happy life. See, it's about two people who make each other happy. And then you don't have to worry, but you never know what's going to happen in the future, though. And this is the thing. Yeah, so somebody ready to take a risk here, a leap of faith. Yeah, risking it all for love, but I'm not so sure this decision's been made yet, because this is what I come out with it. Out with the old, in with the new. And it could be some of you doing that, making a choice, coming apart from someone because they never want to commit, because they never want to sacrifice. They're so worried about sacrificing. Well, both people, there's always sacrifices. And it could be lifestyle habits, the way someone lives their day-to-day lives. Those are sacrifices as well, because you always have to make changes. Tell me about this Four of Wands and we'll wrap this up. Yeah, we got somebody, see, it's about sleeping. You know, this, and I do feel it, sleeping at one home, then another. But I do see someone kind of pinned down by their thoughts. Little time out, taking a little break. Because it is about sleeping over, spending the night. Could, where it gets to that, where you take it to that level. But I don't know. I really feel it's just, I don't know. I feel like, I really, if this is an inherited home or family home, it's probably already protected. I don't know. But some of you, it's a person protecting you from the family. So they very well could have your best interest at heart. So what I feel is there's definitely need to talk, that's for sure. But yeah, this is someone pinned down by their thoughts. Let me look at this. See, the Prince of, it could be someone starting to make up excuses too. I mean, it could be somebody who's been sick. See a timeout, needing to take a break. Yeah, I feel like you're keeping this to yourself, kind of suffering in silence here and not going to say anything. Or you're just going to keep this to yourself and not say anything at all. Because I don't feel like you're suffering. But I definitely feel like you're not about to sacrifice yourself and give to somebody who doesn't want to give anything. Because I do see a little selfish and stubborn energy too. Yeah, so I do see this walking away. It's not emotionally fulfilling. Yeah, and I do think a lot of it has to do with this Knight of, or this Page of Swords energy. The person who doesn't want to sacrifice anything, where the other person, you know, it's like you're both looking for the same thing. So I wouldn't be surprised. It's an energy of taking a little time out, a little break. To think here. Someone's pinned down by their thoughts. Somebody's fantasizing a little bit here too. You know, being with you, sleeping with you, spending the night. You could have somebody who actually does that. But yeah, like I feel this is just an odd reading. One more on the Eight of Cups. Yeah, it's a person emotionally detached. So there is somebody here who's not really that emotional. Someone's more focused on their money. But I do think it's understandable. I really feel that you understand. Someone here's Taurus energy. They're a little stubborn. But it's about being emotionally detached. Somebody not emotionally attached to the home and somebody isn't emotionally attached to a home. I don't know. This is really different. But I'm seeing inheritance, family, home, family legacy here for some of you. But yeah, I mean, this is just somebody putting on the brakes, staying in control of their emotions here. And I feel like it might be yourself because it feels a little off. It doesn't feel right. Like they're not really emotionally available is what I feel. This person's emotionally available. I think it's just a great, this is someone who wants a big, happy family. But yeah, I do see the energy of protection. It could be someone having to protect themselves and family, money, and legacy. But like I say, prenups, agreements. Some of you will go for this. Some of you won't. Some of you definitely understand because you have your own home. But this is about harmony between two people. I feel this, I'm going to tell you, one of these people would make a commitment, would get married. Yeah. Because it's someone who feels that somebody's loyal and faithful. See, loyalty. But yeah, definitely the prenup or an agreement. But I do think it's an energy of this person putting the shoe on the other foot, how the other person feels, and that's what I feel is happening. So it is very understandable. I think most people can understand that, especially if it's a family home inheriting it, and then there's still family. Keeping it in the family energy. This is someone who sees you as marriage material. See, this is the energy, taking a step back, seeing things differently, feeling different after a period of time. See, it's trying something different, doing things different. It's a very unique situation is what I feel too. Yeah, but there's such a spark, such an attraction. See, this is someone manifesting what they desire, choosing the one. So this is about choosing the right person. And I do think this is somebody who, I mean, they definitely are. And I feel for the feminine too. It's like, why are they even interested? Maybe this person feels that way about you. Why are they even interested in me? Because this is often seeking answers. Why? Trying to manifest. But I also see somebody coming up with an idea too. So yeah, I do feel it's an unusual situation for some of you. But I do think one of these people is someone who feels they can make someone happy. See, long-term stability. So much desire, so much, see, manifesting what they desire. This is about someone needing to follow their heart. Yeah. But one of these people, or this energy of being detached. See, some of you are moving away from someone. It's kind of a turn off. They're emotionally detached, or they're still attached to someone else, or they're so attached to the house that they could never sell it, or, I mean, there seems to be something really bizarre. Yeah. But I do think the person coming in, or this person you're going to connect with and go down this path, where you're going to come together, it's all about choosing. And I feel the feminine here. I do see Queen of Pentacles is under there, but there's this other person. They could have Taurus in their chart. I do see Taurus. There's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. I do see some Libra. Yeah, somebody with Libra energy, possibly. The person who's pinned down by their thoughts. They're emotionally detached. Yeah. And then you have this person, somebody who's planning, preparing, hoping for the best, making preparations, pre-manifesting. This is somebody who's a provider. See, one of these people will never provide. They don't want to provide anything. Yeah. See, they're so attached to their home. It's a family home. It's almost a turnoff. They're so attached to their home, their money. So, but I do see being understanding. I do see it is understandable, but it's still, yeah, it's still not something that makes a person feel very good. Yeah, know your worth and value here too. But yeah, I do feel an energy of another person. They definitely both have earth. One of these people is definitely, definitely there's desire, a spark, attraction. It's about making a choice themselves. Choosing the one. See, someone who plans, prepares, pre-manifests, waits for that right person to come along. There's the cycle. Yeah, see, good luck. It's all about the timing, but this is a whole new cycle. See, windfall of abundance, feeling lucky. Someone here feels it's just too good to be true. That could be what's happened there too, but sometimes people don't want to fall in love, and they'll actually self-sabotage themselves not to, because they don't want to sacrifice their money. They don't want to sacrifice their home or whatever it may be. Yeah. But this person wants to build, and this is somebody who wants this to work. They put in effort. They want to build. Yeah, King and Queen of Pentacles, the couple that work together, play together, stay together. See, that's what it is. It's about people who make each other happy. They fulfill each other's needs. They fill each other's cup. They stay together. Yeah, interesting. So I find this to be, and it could be this King of Pentacles here, because I do see, it could be masculine Virgo, Taurus feminine, take it however it resonates. You can flip the energy, but this is a whole new cycle. This is somebody who sees two people who work together. Yeah, see, single people, someone who's single, working. Working single person, but it's definitely someone protecting their money. I think I'm gonna say it one last time. I feel you see it as understandable, but yet the feelings are mutual. You feel the same. But it's when the two of you come together, you're no longer single. See, this is two single people going to come together, but this is someone who's worked hard to get where they're at. Often it's two people who've reached goals, see, taking it to the next level. Somebody here really needs to decide whether they want to be single or not. Yeah. Because I feel like the feminine here is definitely emotionally open. This is somebody who, what they're seeking is someone who's emotionally available. It's almost like every time somebody crosses paths, connects with something, something's always off. There's always something wrong. It never goes anywhere because they're not emotionally available. Well, this person is. And they're likely different than your usual type, and it goes both ways. Out with the old, in with the new. It's time to make a decision. Take care. Bye for now.